How's it going, YouTube? My name is Rewan the Gamer. This is part 11 of FPL, and before we talk about this game week, I need to cover some things that I did with my team, because there were a lot of changes that I ended up making between this video and the last one. And a couple of those would be, I brought in Juan Mata. I brought him in pretty much as soon as it was speculated that he was going to go to United. And it turned out pretty well. He ended up getting 6 points for this game week. Yeah, I brought him in. I had to get rid of Lallana. I don't know if you saw that. I can't remember exactly what I showed and what I didn't. But yeah, I had to get rid of Lallana, and I also got rid of Cabaye because he unfortunately left to PSG. And so now Newcastle, we're going to have just a pretty boring season for the rest of the year, is pretty much what it seems like is most likely to happen. So I swapped him out for Hernandez because I knew he was going to be in the starting 11 for Swansea, and against Fulham I figured he might not have been too bad of an idea, but unfortunately he only played 57 minutes, so he was 3 minutes away from getting 2 more points, which was really unfortunate. But I don't know, I should have definitely gone with Shelby because he actually scored, but he was Hernandez was good for me earlier on in the season. I had him when he got this 13-point score, so I decided to bring him back in, and unfortunately that didn't work out very well for me. I can't remember who else you saw me transfer, or but one thing I do know though is I brought in Luke Shaw, because what I needed to do was oh shoot, I can't quite remember, but I needed to do something where I dropped Seamus Coleman to bring in Luke Shaw. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I dropped Seamus Coleman and Lallana for Mata and Shaw. And Shaw on the bench would have got 4 points, which is not too bad, with Southampton conceding 2 goals, because he got that 1 assist, which is nice. Unfortunately, I didn't play him instead of Vlar, but I expected Villa to win, but unfortunately they let in 3 goals. So my next transfer that you will see in a bit, it was getting rid of him. So I think I covered most things, but just to cover the team, what it's looking like, we have Speroni, Mariappa, Vlar, Ivanovic, Mata, Hernandez, Eriksen, Hazard, Aguero, Suarez, and Rodriguez. And on the bench, we have Baruch, Cazorla, Koscielny, and Luke Shaw. And to take you through the points that I got for this round, totaled 68, and it's really nice to see me going up in a whole bunch of my leagues. Average was 52, and the highest was 111. Obviously 0 transfers because I used my wild card, but to go through the points, Speroni with 8, Mariappa 6, Vlar 1, Ivanovic 7, Hazard 3, Eriksen 5, Hernandez 1, Mata with 6, Rodriguez with 5, Suarez with 22, Aguero with 4, and unfortunately on the bench I had Cazorla here for 7 points. Yeah, like I said, I thought Hernandez would have done more against Fulham, but he didn't, and I paid the price. Cazorla here on the bench with 7 points. Koscielny 1 point, and like I said, Luke Shaw would have got 4. And I still am pretty happy with how things went with a wild card, but just 2 kind of poor decisions that I made, bringing in Vlar and Hernandez. I don't know if you can hear that. There's some really crazy traffic going on outside. But anyway, let's move on to the next game week and the team that I have set up for that. So in goal, we have Baruch away to Fulham, and Luke Shaw in defense as well. Koscielny and Evans, Eriksen, Cazorla, Hazard, Mata, Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Suarez. And on the bench, we have Aguero, Ivanovic, and Mariappa. Aguero did get substituted, how long? 44 minutes into the match, with a bit of a hamstring injury. I think it was mainly as a precaution, just because he was just kind of feeling a little iffy. But with Manchester City's depth, I really don't see him playing this weekend, especially with Jovetic back. I think they'll just start Jovetic and Dzeko, or and I don't know, possibly one of those out for Negredo. So, you know, I don't really see him playing. He could, but I kind of don't. We have Hernandez here in the team, which I don't like. So I might start Aguero if news comes out that he's fine to play. Well, if he is fine to play, I will definitely play him instead of Hernandez. But for now, I have him in the team. And that's really the only thing that I don't like. Maybe also Hazard away to City. I don't really expect Chelsea to be able to do much. But everything else is looking solid. My one transfer was to get rid of Ron Vlaar for Evans. Usually whenever I get a Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City defender, they don't really keep clean sheets after I bring him in. So hopefully this works out for me with Evans. Because what I was planning to do was rest Ron Vlaar for this game week and then play him in the next one because they're home to West Ham. But now this way I have somebody who I can play for these next 2 game weeks instead of just the one. I have Evans for away to Stoke, and then I have him for home to Fulham, which at least one of those should be a clean sheet for United. Most likely the second match. But anyway, I still think they have a pretty good chance against Stoke because Stoke haven't won a match since late December, mid to late December, if I remember correctly. I don't have that knowledge, just, you know, off the top of my head. I looked that up earlier. But yeah, looking pretty good, I have to say. Some things down the line that I need to fix. If Aguero's injury turns out to be worse than they thought, I'll definitely switch him out. Something that I could do is if RVP starts playing more and scoring more, I could try to you know, replace Hernandez with somebody cheap, and then with that extra money, switch Aguero for RVP. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything or not. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna cut the video here because I can't think of anything else to say. So leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.